the controller down. It's time to talk about something extra. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is sort of episode 2 of the launch lineup series in review that we started with the NES versus Master System show. And today we're moving on to the next generation. We're doing Super Nintendo. We're going to get copyright struck for that?
I don't think I sang it well enough.
Singing would be a very off.
It's also not a vocal piece of music, so.
That's true. But yeah, we're doing Super Nintendo versus the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but this one's going to be a little bit bleak.
This one's going to be a slaughter, as it were, which it kind of was in the first show.
Yeah,
but it's not a total loss, though.
It's not a total loss. No, it's just unfortunate.
It is. So just as a heads up, the Super Nintendo launch lineup is pretty clear, but the Genesis one, it's kind of all over the place. Different sources say different things. So basically, we went with the most commonly agreed launch lineup for the Sega Genesis. It's kind of shocking to me that there's not like a real confirmed list somewhere. Like,
there's a lot of games where the exact release date is not commonly agreed on. There's like release month and year, but you'll look up a lot of games and it'll just be month and year. It won't be exact day.
Yeah, like why was nobody documenting this stuff? It's so weird.
Yeah,
I mean, like you'd think Nintendo would have launched or like released a list, or like or Sega would have released a list, or like there's an archive somewhere, but there just isn't.
Like maybe some games didn't have like locked in specific dates. It was just,
that's true.
Hey, if it's beyond this date, you can start selling it, even if you get them in a little bit early. As long as it's past this, you can start. Who knows?
Yeah, when you get it, you can sell it.
Yeah.
Could have been one of those kind of things. We'll ship it, and if you get it, put it on the shelf.
It's not like, email was super common back then. I mean, it existed, but not everybody would have been using it. So you couldn't send out like an email to all the thousands of stores out there, all the Walmarts and stuff, and
it'd have to be a fax, I assume.
Yeah, it'd have to be a fax.
Yeah. I can't believe faxes still exist. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Bonkers. All right, so we're going to start with the Super Nintendo, and we're going to start with one of the best. Here we go. It's one of those days.
It's starting.
One of the best launch lineup games of all time. Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
Which, what hasn't been said about this game that needs to be said? I mean...
Yeah, I mentioned this before when you talked about it on your top 50 titles, but it's basically like, what if we did Mario 3, but just made everything better? Like, just turned that dial up.
Yep.
This was also a pack-in title, and as far as pack-in titles go, that's really hard to beat.
Yeah, that's one of the best launch games, one of the best pack-in launch games. It's just crazy. Man, this was a hard level, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're not supposed to move when the ghosts appear, though, bro.
Yeah.
You're supposed to inch your way through it.
He's trying to get Yoshi.
Yeah.
Really wants that Yoshi.
Ooh, we got him.
Yeah.
I mean, this is I think this is World Series of Long Plays, or World of Long Plays, or something like that. He's pretty good, whoever they have doing their games over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this game's amazing. It controls like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful art style, some of the most memorable music of all time.
Mm-hmm.
First appearance of Yoshi.
Yep.
I mean, you could go on and on. Like, one of my personal favorite final boss battles. I think it's so fun.
Yeah, that was. In fact, I believe this is the first game I ever beat.
Oh, that would be an interesting look back in time. What game? What's the first game I beat? Huh. I don't know. I would assume it was Super Metroid, because that's so ingrained in my brain.
Yeah.
But that seems awfully late, though. Because wasn't that like a 94 game?
Yep.
Yeah, and I had to have beaten something before that. So I don't know what it would have been. I don't remember this level at all, by the way. That's a lot of freaking coins. Why didn't you
Yeah. Oh,
step and get more coins, bro?
I've never done every single level in Super Mario World.
No, game's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Where is he? Oh, he's in the
Yeah.
in the sea.
Final area opening up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love how Bowser's castle looks like a Las Vegas casino.
Yep.
I think the music even kind of.
I wonder if in the Japanese version does that sign say Koopa?
Oh,
I bet it does.
That would be cool.
I bet it does.
Yeah, because they don't call him Bowser over there, do they?
Yeah, they call him Koopa.
Which is funny because you'd think they would want to call him Bowser because wasn't he named after Doug Bowser?
No. Doug Bowser.
He wasn't?
Came way later. That's
so
just
it just happens.
Yeah, it's just coincidence.
That's a weird coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very weird coincidence. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone with the last name Bowser before. And the fact that there's a huge, big time dude working there, named that. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, they I remember when Doug Bowser came in, they had a thing, explaining why it was notable to the Japanese audience, where they were like, oh yeah, it's because in the United States,
that's what
King
his name
Koopa is called Bowser.
Yeah, I wonder why they changed that.
I don't know.
King Koopa's fine.
Yeah,
and they kind of refer to him as that.
Yeah,
it's like Bowser, King Koopa.
It's the Koopas are the turtles, and he's the king of the Koopas, so they call him King Koopa. They gave him like a name other than just like the title. Yeah. Although in the Super Mario Brothers movie, that was a glitch. That was a bug.
Yeah, he got lucky there.
Yeah. The Bowser and King Koopa are two different characters. Bowser is Daisy's father, and Koopa is, Dennis Hopper's character, the bad guy.
I mean, we should have an episode entirely devoted to that movie.
I like that movie. Not because it's good, because it's weird.
It's very strange. I don't know what they were thinking with that movie.
It apparently nobody who worked on it knew either. No. I've heard that the husband and wife team that directed that movie were not well liked.
Well, I mean, didn't the actors who played Mario and Luigi almost quit or something like that? Or it was like awful existence of some kind.
It was apparently like pretty awful conditions.
Yeah. Like, how did they even get the license to do this? Like, why did Nintendo authorize it?
Well, I don't think they knew what was going to happen with that. And it was such a different time, right? Like you could get the rights to stuff for pennies.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I remember this level. This level's brutal. So many easy one hit kill death traps. You're leaving Yoshi behind? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, after all that work to get him back in the
good lord,
the ghost level.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to say about Super Mario World. It's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. So to launch with a game like that is very impressive.
It's pretty much the quintessential Mario game, if you ask me. Like this to me is like when I think of like Mario, I think of Super Mario Brothers and I think of Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's like here's the beginning of that style, and here's kind of the logical end point of it.
But then it kept going anyway.
It kept going, but like the new Super Mario Brothers games, those are a different thing. Those seem to have gone for like, what if we went back a little more Mario 3-ish, but then also introduced like Mario 64 moves, like the wall jump. I don't dislike those games. It's just that they are post like 3D Mario, and so they have 3D Mario stuff in it. It doesn't invalidate them. It's just like as far as old school 2D Mario goes, this to me is like this is the.
I wonder if they'll ever do this again.
I mean, Super Mario Maker is a thing.
Yeah, I meant like a true sequel though, like a Super Mario Brothers 5. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, I don't think so. Like, I think it's Super Mario, you know, subtitle, like Super
Yeah,
Mario Wonder.
Wonder. Yeah, new Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the next game in the Super Nintendo launch lineup, which we've also talked about on my top 50.
Mm-hmm.
It's F-Zero,
Yeah.
original F-Zero.
Yeah, this game's great. Super fast,
Mm-hmm.
colorful, fun,
Mm-hmm.
incredible music. I'm not very good at it, but it's one of those games where even if you're not good at it, it's still fun to play.
Yeah, I got better at it after I played Wipeout because it's very similar to that where
Yeah, I mean,
you really got to hold the shoulders.
Wipeout is kind of an evolution of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's difficult. It's definitely not easy, but
Yeah.
it's a game that you can get sucked into and master. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a Mario Kart. This is like an
No.
actual racing game that you have to use. It's not just gas and brake. It's
Yeah.
gas and leaning and yeah. It takes some takes
And
some
there's
getting
no
used to.
combat. There's no like weapons or stuff. I
No,
mean, you can bump into other racers, but
yeah, you
it's
don't really
not the
want to
same.
do that anyway
No,
for the
because it
most part.
damages your vehicle.
Yeah, and it can send you
Yeah.
off course a little bit too. It sends them if you whoever's the intentional person hitting the other person, the that person gets less of a deflection, but the person that you're hitting, kind of goes flying into a wall basically.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. It's definitely not my favorite F-Zero game. But this one does give me a lot less motion sickness than Super Mario Kart, which we've discussed before.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
I wonder.
because the higher angle.
Oh
Than,
yeah, because it's taking up the whole screen and it's not
yeah,
like compressing it to the top half. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But yeah, this one still bothers me a little bit, but nowhere near as much as Super Mario Kart. Super Mario Kart makes my eyes hurt. It's yeah, I can't do it. This is great. Lots of characters, lots of racers.
Mm-hmm.
Very difficult to master, but very fun.
Yeah. And as
I wouldn't,
always, whenever we bring up F-Zero, make another one, Nintendo. Come on.
for the love of God, F-Zero GX is like one of the best arcade racing games of all time.
And it's over 20 years old, and they haven't made another one.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird, man. But yet they'll do Kirby Air Riders.
I know, right?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You should have got him to do an F-Zero racing game. Like, what would that look like? That'd look crazy. Anyway, F-Zero's awesome.
It is awesome.
In fact, I got one of my gamer tags from this game. In World of Warcraft, I was Captain Falcon.
Ah.
Well, it was Capt N Falcon, but because I had to make it shorter because the character limit on the names in that game. But yeah, loved it. All right, moving on. SimCity.
Yep.
SimCity. No, I don't know what's happening. SimCity. We've also talked about this one. I didn't know it was a launch game. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. It was. Well, it was originally going to be an NES title, but they were just it was apparently too difficult to get it to run well on the NES because of like the really low memory capacity and like the processor speed. Just it just wasn't quite up to the task, so they moved on to developing it for the Super Nintendo. So I imagine they had a lot done already,
kind of ready to go.
Yeah, when I mean, obviously they'd have to redo a lot of stuff, but it wouldn't be the same as starting from scratch.
No, I assume that's probably why it doesn't look as good as what I think what it could potentially look like on Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
because it's almost a port.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like you look at some of these graphics and the amount of colors used in them is so tiny. Like you could maybe make the argument that that's there for like readability, but I mean SimCity 2000 isn't like that, and that game's totally readable on a television screen. So I think it is probably just a holdover from the necessary simplicity of the NES version. Yeah. There's actually the music from the NES version has gotten out there, so you can actually find that.
Yeah,
yeah. Some of the compositions are the same, and some of them are completely different.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one, but it's really difficult, and I
Yeah.
think that's probably mostly to do with the fact with the just lack of info. You know,
Yeah, it's not always clear.
no,
It
no, it's
does
not.
it does a decent job, but not quite good enough, I think.
Yeah, and it's not fair to compare it to modern city builders by any stretch
Yeah,
of the
of course
imagination.
not.
But like in city builders today, you get so much feedback. You can see the people, you can see
Hmm.
traffic. You can see the trains and the buses and the cabs and all that kind of stuff. And in this, you just kind of have to gauge it based on how much money you're making and like that RCI thing, which that barely works in modern city builders, let alone
Yeah.
back then. Where it's like, oh, you need more residential,
Yeah,
and then you
and
build a shitload, and then they're like, no, now you need a shitload of commercial, and
yeah,
then you put commercial down, and it just never goes down, and you're like, how many stores could you possibly want?
to this day I still don't know if the bar going up means you need more or if you have a
Yeah,
surplus, or if the bar going down means you need, like, is
you need
that
more.
demand or is it requirement?
That's a good
Like it,
point. I don't know.
like which is
Yeah, do you want it so there's no bars? Is that the idea? Is to
yeah,
like have them right beneath the RCI?
yeah.
So everything's balanced, or yeah, that's a good point. Well, this guy's doing really well though. 129,000 people already. Damn.
Well, oh no, that is population. You're right. I was going to say that's money, but that is the population. You're right.
Yeah, he's killing it. I also like how it's like the year is 1963.
Yeah.
Oh, 64 now. That's funny. I love city building games though. So this
Hmm.
was fun back in the day. I didn't spend nearly as much time with this as I did SimCity 3000 or
Yeah.
whatever it was, or 2000,
I
but that
really
was on the
like
PC.
I really like 2000 on the PC. On the Super
Mhm.
Nintendo, it's it's okay, but like it takes a
It-
while to do some stuff, like because it has to load every time you scroll the screen, so it's a little
yeah,
bit sluggish.
yeah, it's
I
way
like the
better on
PC
PC.
version of it.
Yeah.
Plus,
Rest in peace, SimCity.
The PC version, you can get that official tool, the Urban Renewal Kit, which is a graphics editor for the game, so you can
Oh,
just edit the buildings to look like anything.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Modern day mod. That's
yeah.
cool. Or retro mod, I guess. Yeah, no, it was super cool. Yeah, but I definitely played more of the PC SimCity games for sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
Until the series died because EA.
Because EA.
It's fucking EA, man. All right, let's move on to Gradius 3,
Yeah, Uh,
which
this is this is probably the weakest game in the lineup, and if this is your weakest game, you're doing pretty well.
yeah, this is this related to Life Force?
Um,
Because I always get
sort
confused.
of. This is
Because
this is a Konami game, like Life Force.
okay,
It's not part of the Life Force series, but like you know it's the same type of thing.
it looks exactly like Life Force.
Yeah, and I believe both Life Force and Gradius are in that Gradius collection that just came
Yeah,
out.
they are.
So
Yeah. I think yeah, because they called it Salamander as well. So like there's Salamander, there's Gradius, there's Life Force. I get confused.
I
I'm
think
just like,
Salamander is the Japanese name for Life Force, but I'm
mhm.
honestly not sure.
Yeah, it's confusing.
I'm not super into the lore of these arcade
Yeah,
shoot 'em ups. They're fine, but like I play them once in a while.
and also you play one of them, you kind of play most of them.
In a
Like
lot of cases, yeah. Like
yeah, there's small
later,
differences, but
yeah. But later on, some companies would start to say, "Oh, we should figure out a way to differentiate them." And so you've got something like Radiant Silvergun or Ikaruga, which are quite
Ikaruga,
different.
yeah,
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 Ikaruga is to me kind of the ultimate version of this. That game is so good.
mm, very hard.
Very
Which
hard, yes.
I never played this one, by the way, and I played Life Force because I mean, who hasn't played Life Force
Yeah, oh yeah.
from our era?
Yeah.
But one thing I found was that I felt this was like a lot easier than Life Force. Life Force was brutal.
Yeah, well, I mean this one gives you so many more like weapons and stuff. So
They also don't seem to throw as many enemies at you or like death traps. Like this one this one's pretty tough, but like
Yeah.
it's still not as bad. Like that opening level in Life Force where like the walls collapse.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn which walls to go through.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can get stuck and die. And it's like there's nothing you can do. And there's just so many more enemies flying around, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't beat the game. I for the purposes of this show, I played a good half an hour of it.
Oh yeah, I've never beaten Gradius 3.
No. I do think it's cool that you customize your weapons.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So that as you upgrade, you get specific things that you were looking forward to. Pretty cool. But yeah, definitely for me, not the weakest one. We'll get to the weakest one next.
Oh.
But definitely weaker than the previous three. Definitely.
Yeah, but still by no means bad.
But still by no means bad. This is probably a good 7
Yeah.
out of 10 type of a game, which is you're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. So let's get to that next game, which is Pilot Wings. And unfortunately, this is another game that gives me motion sickness. So I just
you just
don't
do well with the Mode 7 stuff, I guess.
I mean, I do fine with I guess Star Fox is different though.
Yeah, right? Star Fox is
FX chip or something.
Yeah.
I think it's something to do with the Mode 7 just doesn't rock with me.
Yeah, that's understandable. I like this game. I'm also terrible at it. I'm even worse at this.
It's tough
than I am at F-Zero.
I did like Pilot Wings 64, although I think this series is just kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's very niche.
Yeah, they haven't really done a lot with it. I'm not sure what the market for a more arcade flight sim is, though. Like flight sim people tend to be into the very realistic stuff, and
the Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
Go literally anywhere on Earth.
Yeah, and Pilot Wings is, I mean, kind of necessarily because of the hardware, but even when they went to the N64, it's still very much like an arcade game because it's about challenges and flying through rings and stuff. It's not about take off at LaGuardia and go to wherever. So
clearly it sold well enough to get a sequel though. So
yeah,
because they did do the N64. They didn't do another one after that though, I don't think.
There is that like Pilot Wings Resort game, but I think that's just like the flying stages from Wii Sports Resort for the 3DS or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there may have been a handheld one, but
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, they kind of gave up on it after that point.
Can you imagine going up in a helicopter
on a ladder like that?
Yeah, on a rope ladder.
Psycho. That's just psycho. Look how slow you fall too. It's so funny.
Yeah, this was really impressive back in the day to have anything even close to 3D graphics on the Super Nintendo, like or 3-dimensional space. I mean, it's technically a bunch of tricks with 2-dimensional graphics, but
it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good and it feels really good.
Yeah, the skydiving one's probably the most impressive one though, for sure.
Yeah.
The plane flying is a little weird.
Yeah. God, I'm so bad at this game. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's got a lot of replayability if you're into this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But very, very strange game.
This and F-Zero are like really good technical showpieces for the Super Nintendo, and they're also just good games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow! Nice job. These long play guys, they know what they're doing, man.
Yeah,
they do. Land in the pool. Is this a diving board? Are you a penguin? I didn't.
Oh, you're a little penguin.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all. Whoa, you're off kilter, bud. Oh, there you go. Damn.
Oh, wow.
Damn. I don't even know what to say to that. Just damn. Was it luck or was it skill? I think that was some serious skill there, lady.
Yeah.
You did really well. So that's it. That's all for SNES. Not a huge lineup, but definitely a strong one.
Yeah.
Definitely a strong one. Oh, is this Jetpack Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, can you change your viewpoint from above to forward? Like
in the jetpack thing, I believe when you go
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can't watch that.
I think it's tied to altitude.
Oh, so the higher you go, yeah.
Yeah, like I think once you get, or maybe not, maybe it is manual because
Mhm.
he's going pretty
Okay,
high now. Is that bad, huh?
it's bad, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I don't know what it is. Just I don't get like motion sickness might not be the word for it. I get dizzy. Like I just I can't
I mean,
can't focus.
that's a type of motion sickness.
Yeah, it's like vertigo. I get kind of
Yeah.
vertigo-ish. It's weird. All right, let's move on to the Sega Genesis launch lineup before I puke all over the webcam. Starting with Altered Beast.
Yeah. So, let me tell you about Altered Beast.
Tell me about Altered Beast.
This is an arcade game originally, I believe. And this is like here's the home version, right? And you have to put this in the context of the time. This is also before the Super Nintendo launched, so that's an important thing to note. But this came out at a time when home conversions of arcade games did not look like the arcade version. They might still be good games, like take Contra on the NES,
What
for
is he?
example. It looks
Was he?
nothing like the arcade version, but it plays great.
It looks like he's blowing wind.
Yeah, it's like the punch effect is just like instead
Bad.
of instead of having like a slashing thing, they just had let's just have like a Hadoken on the end of it.
Like yeah, like why even bother having anything just to show his foot hitting the guy?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
That looks bad.
But so this game, like visually, looks very close to the arcade version compared to what it would have been on like the Master System or something.
Yeah.
But that's about all this game has going for it. You know, you walk to the right and you punch monsters and
Yeah.
you get power-ups that make you like beefier and eventually you become the beast. And that transformation scene with the fire and the howling is, that's kind of cool, but
It's very gimmicky.
it's there's really not a lot going on in this game beyond that.
It doesn't really look all that impressive either, to be honest with you.
Well, for 1989,
Yeah, sure, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's all right,
Yeah.
I've seen games that looked way worse.
That's fair.
It's not as colorful as it could be. I think they were maybe maybe not entirely sure of what they could get away with on the system. Like, you know how you look at Final Fantasy IV on the Super Nintendo and then you look at Final Fantasy VI, and those are on the exact same system. And it's like, it's almost a generational leap in the visual quality. Like they've really figured out what the system is capable of. Maybe they just didn't have the firmest grasp on it yet, but like, I think it looks fine for the time.
Yeah.
It's just not a very entertaining game. It's so basic.
Yeah, I mean it's maybe the definition of a 5 out of 10. It's right in the middle.
It's like, it feels like the kind of game that somebody would be playing in the background of a movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like
nothing that's distracting, good enough to be distracting.
Yeah, it's like, this is a video game. It communicates that point, and whatever. But it's
also not bad enough to take your attention away either.
Yeah. It's there.
I can't remember. I remember I watched a movie, and the kid had like a PSP, and he was playing this game that was supposed to be like Grand Theft Auto. He was like, I think it was Grown Ups. Was it Grown Ups?
It was like off-brand.
Yeah, it was just like encouraging him to like murder people, like just on the street and then getting drugs and stuff. Like it was just like a, like a stereotypical what would parents hate kind of a game. It was clearly made up, whatever it was, but I just remember seeing that and just being like, why didn't you just use a real game? I couldn't afford the license, I guess. I don't know. Very strange. But yeah, Altered Beast, it's fine.
It's fine, but it's fine. Nothing. It's nothing tremendously exciting. It's just fine.
Yeah, and it wouldn't get a sequel until the 3D
Oh yeah.
Beast Rider one, which was also not good. In fact, that one was probably worse. Let's be real. All right, let's get to the next one, which is a good game. Golden Axe.
Yeah, so this is the best one on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's a fantasy beat 'em up.
yeah, this is
Um,
definitely a great beat 'em up. There's no doubt about that.
yeah, and the thing is that it's not the greatest beat 'em up of the time. It's not even the best one on the Genesis, but
No.
it's a good game, and I'd be quite satisfied if I bought a Genesis and got this with it back in 1989.
Mhm.
You know?
And there was 3 of these.
Yeah, they made a
And
bunch
they're
of them.
co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with different characters too.
Yep.
But yeah, music's okay. Action's okay. It's definitely better than
It's definitely better
No.
than Altered Beast.
It's
It's more interesting looking. It's got I mean the attacks are it's just kind of, your 1 2 3 hit combo, and but you can also you can get on that dinosaur thing and ride it around, and you can, if you've got 2 players, you can like team up on an enemy and all that stuff. Like it's got stuff going on, you
Yeah,
know.
as opposed to Altered Beast, which is just walk to the right and punch
Hmm.
and dodge out of the way of projectiles. Not a
Mhm.
whole lot more than that. Yeah, and also you play as a guy who looks like a professional wrestler
Yeah.
with a sword.
Yeah.
I guess he could be Drew McIntyre
Uh,
for those wrestling fans out there. He literally dresses like this and has a claymore.
maybe he was inspired by this game.
Maybe. I don't know if this guy's Scottish though. We'll have to find out.
When are we gonna fucking play co-op Shadow over Mystara?
Oh yeah.
We gotta do that.
Yeah. And wasn't there some other game we were going to play too? There was some other co-op let's play we were going to do. I don't know.
Heretic,
Heretic, right?
because
Yeah,
you'd never played it
it.
before.
Yeah, because we did Hexen, but wanted to do Heretic. Wow, that was a cool move.
Yeah, we did Hexen back in the day
Oh yeah, we did
on the
Hexen back in the day.
N64.
Yeah, yeah, Hexen's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Heretic is too. So yeah, Golden Axe got 2 sequels. What the hell? I don't remember that.
Oh, those little treasure gremlin dudes. You hit them and you get like the magic. You get the
They
charges
look like
for the
elves,
I mean, I don't know.
like Christmas elves, not
I guess.
fantasy elves.
Well, Christmas elves are fantasy as well.
Well, that's true.
But I know what you mean.
Don't tell your niece that. Don't tell your niece that.
Not yet.
No. Wow, there's a lot of them. They just oh my god, just punt them off the side. That's awesome. All right, let's move forward. We got Last Battle.
Very much like Altered Beast. Now, I took one look at this and I said, this is absolutely a fucking Fist of the North Star game. And I looked it up and I was 100% right. So this is based on a very popular, incredibly violent manga and anime series from Japan, which is basically like, imagine Mad Max, except what if Max could punch people and cause them to explode? And that's what Fist of the North Star is.
Except in this game, they just go flying off the screen.
Yeah, well, I think maybe when you charge that power bar at the bottom, maybe you get that. Well, there is when you beat like certain stage bosses, they do kind of do the explodey thing. It's
the explodey thing.
Yeah, it's not blood red, so I don't know if they changed that for the North American version, but I'm assuming they didn't have the license for Fist of the North Star here, so they they palette swapped everything and made it, just sort of an off-brand, but it's very clearly Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. This is a boss fight. Maybe he'll explode here.
Yeah. There should be a. Oh no, he's what's he doing here?
He's talking. He's talking before he explodes.
I guess.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's not exactly what I meant by the exploding, but
No. No. Yeah, I did not like this one.
yeah.
This one felt cheap. I think is the best
Mm-hmm.
way to put it. Like there's no shadows. There's no you don't your half the time your feet and your hands don't even really make contact with the enemy.
Yeah.
They start flying back before you even hit them.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. You know what it kind of felt like to me a little bit, except not as nostalgic, was Kung Fu
Yeah,
on the
it is
NES.
very much like Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Except Kung Fu
Kung
has an
Fu's
excuse
better.
to be really basic, and this one doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a generation behind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, was not a fan of this one. Can't really praise this one for much.
Yeah,
It's
there
very
do
basic.
exist good Fist of the North Star games, by the way. If there's
Oh yeah, I've
there's,
heard of that name before, so I would
yeah,
imagine
there's
so.
one by the Yakuza team. It's
Oh well,
basically the Yakuza, but set in the Fist of the North Star universe, and you play as Kenshiro and all
cool.
that.
This guy's orange.
Oh yeah, there, dude. It gets. Oh, here you go. See,
Oh!
bloats up, and then, but it's
Oh.
green instead of
Green.
Yeah, instead of red.
Oh, good old censoring. Censoring.
Yeah.
Not sensing. Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. All right. Let's move on to the next one, which also I'm not a fan of because it gives me motion sickness.
So I'm going to be really harsh on this one because I love Space Harrier, and this game.
Yeah, you do.
This is a fucking travesty. So this is an attempt to do a sequel to Space Harrier, which is my favorite arcade game of all time. I love Space Harrier. For anybody, if this is your first episode of the show, know that I fucking love Space Harrier. And this is just. Oh, this is so bad. So it doesn't do the sprite scaling like Space Harrier. It's just got predefined different sized versions for when they're closer or further away, which in itself isn't like a bad thing. But the game also is like it's really chunky compared to Space Harrier. Space Harrier is like super like fluid and smooth, and this one is like
choppy.
Feels really clunky. Also, is that the fucking Mothman? That looks like that sketch of the Mothman, that cryptid from wherever.
Could be. Now we're going to Yeetland.
Yeah, this is like a downgrade to the original Space Harrier in every way, and they're like,
oh, I can't watch that. It's terrible.
Yeah, you just listen. So I actually have a worse view of this game than I do of like the Master System version of Space Harrier, because with the Master System version, it couldn't possibly be like as good. So your expectations are set lower. With this, if you played Altered Beast and you were like, oh, that looks almost as good as the arcade game, you might think, oh, well, Space Harrier 2 will probably be a lot like the arcade game. No, it's not. It's like, it almost feels like a bait and switch. I fucking hate this game so much. It's
so do I.
It's just such an insult to a game that I love. There does exist a good home version of Space Harrier. I mean, there's tons of them now. Back in the day, the 32X version of Space Harrier was great. If you had a 32X, which was
7 people.
Yeah. No, and the sad thing is that's probably the best 32X game is an arcade port from 1985.
That's not good.
Yeah, it is a good port of Space Harrier, but you have to buy the 32X to play it. So yeah,
not
this
cheap.
is
A Genesis and a 32X.
Yeah,
just to play an arcade port.
Yeah. Or if you didn't want to buy an add-on, you could. There was a port on the Saturn that's good as well. But
man,
yeah, Space Harrier 2, it's just not it. It isn't the worst version of Space Harrier that's out there, but it is the most disappointing because it's the one that like has a chance, you would think, with the hardware of being, well, not as good as the arcade version, but fucking better than this.
Did they do a 3?
No, they did not. There is a quote unquote 3D Space Harrier. I mean, it's, it has like 3D models and stuff on the PS2. but that was only released in Japan.
Gotcha.
There hasn't really. They never really. Well, I mean, like, what else do you do with it, right? You fly off into the distance, shooting things. There's not really much need for a sequel, right? Because like the first one basically does everything that you could do in this kind of game without like reinventing it, like Star Fox, right? Because Star Fox is kind of the same idea, but it is built on different concepts. Like it's flying off into the horizon and shooting stuff, but there's like, there's environmental stuff. There's like cities and gateways and like different types of enemies other than just any things that are basically the same thing but with a different graphic.
Right. I feel like they could expand this concept, but
I mean they could. I mean I guess if you want to get into it, like Gun Valkyrie on the Xbox is kind of sort of in some ways, but also not in others.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It's its own beast.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the next one, which is Thunder Force 2.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one because this it has like it has this, but then it also has like the top down stuff when you start the game, and that's fine. But I found myself running into like a bunch of walls a lot.
Yeah, the side scrolling ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
And I actually find that it runs better than Gradius 3 did.
Yeah.
There was a lot of slowdown in Gradius 3. Whereas in this one, there really wasn't much of any. It's a much faster experience. So
yeah.
I enjoyed the side-scrolling levels on this one more than Gradius 3.
Yeah.
But that opening level...
the top-down thing is... I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Where the hell am I going?
Yeah. Yeah, this was bad. Not fun.
Yeah.
You're just kind of just wandering around shooting. There's no real clear objective, even though there is an objective. You basically just have to kill all the things that are on the ground, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just not good.
It's kind of an experiment, and I guess an experiment that they didn't like the results of, because later Thunder Force games are like just the side-scrolling stuff.
The side-scrolling part.
Like Thunder Force 4 on the Genesis is actually incredible. Like that is 100% a showpiece title for that system, because it's got all sorts of stuff flying around on the screen. It's super fast. Like it never, at least that I can recall, like slows down in any significant way. It's just a really solid side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and I would play that over Thunder Force 2. Thunder Force 2 is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's better than some of the other games we've had on this list. I think Thunder Force 4 is better.
Yeah. The music in this game is actually pretty good.
These games usually have decent music.
Yeah, but Genesis isn't super known for great audio.
Yeah, you really got to know how to use that hardware. Because it's not as easy to use as the Super Nintendo. Because the Super Nintendo, you just load audio samples on there, whereas with the Genesis, you got to get a little more creative than that. But people who know how to use it can do some incredible stuff. Like if you've ever played any of the Sonic games, you know how good the music on the Genesis can be. It's just more challenging to get that potential out of it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, and the last one.
Oh yeah,
is Tommy Lasorda Baseball.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's baseball.
It's baseball.
I had fun with it.
I didn't.
But there's no, why?
I mean,
it's baseball. But
it's baseball, but like I didn't feel like trying to swing and hit the ball. It didn't feel like it was, particularly smooth to connect.
You do have to get used to it for sure. I put some time into it. I played a full game, which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. The only thing that really got on my gears is the fucking music. Oh, it's so repetitive. I'm like, sports games don't need music. Just, have the crowd cheer, have the sound of the ball getting hit.
Isn't
Have the guy
there
go, "You're out."
is there no options menu for till where you can like turn off the music or something?
I didn't look for it because
Yeah.
I wanted to at least have the default
Oh yeah.
experience, as it were.
Yeah.
But I think it looks pretty good.
It looks okay.
Um, when you really smoke the ball, it really feels like you smoked the ball.
Hmm.
But yeah, that music's terrible, man. It's so bad. And
To
there's no,
me, like the thing is, there were so many fucking baseball games at the time. Like
Mhm.
if you had any of the like 500 baseball games that are on the NES and you bought a Genesis and you got this because you're like, oh, this is going to be such an upgrade over like RBI Baseball 17 or
Yeah,
whatever. I'm like, mm, I don't think it'd be that much of an upgrade.
no. Yeah, the only baseball game I've ever actually loved was. Do you remember the Bigs?
Vaguely.
It was basically the Blitz of baseball.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. You'd have like your outfielders who in order to catch the ball, you have to do like a mini game button combo. And
Oh, really?
sometimes and yeah, and the harder the catch is, the harder the sequence is, or the longer the sequence is. So sometimes you would do it, and and your guy, if you were successful, your guy would jump up like 50 feet in the air and grab
Oh,
the ball. It was so cool. Dude, it was so good. But they only made 2 of those games,
huh.
and then they just stopped. It was really weird.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and I don't have a copy of either, so that's something I always keep an eye out for is a copy of one of those games
Yeah.
when I'm going to like microplay or wherever. But yeah, no, this one's
Yeah, the
it's
Genesis
fine.
the Genesis does have good sports games. Like NHL
But
hockey is pretty good, but this
yep,
is not
this
one
is
of
an
them.
early one.
Yeah.
This is an early one for sure.
Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. I
Yeah.
have I don't even remember what it's called, but I have the fucking baseball game on the Virtual Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's great.
It's eh it's
That
it's got
seizure-inducing.
it's got the depth, which is kind of okay for gauging
Mm,
where the ball is when you're trying to hit it, but that's about
just like
it.
tennis. Yeah.
Yeah. But the Mario Tennis on Virtual Boy is way better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really the only great game on that system
I
is
mean,
Mario
the Wario
Tennis.
Land game is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's
Although,
okay.
like, why is it on Virtual Boy?
Why was anything on Virtual Boy?
Yeah, well, the thing is, with Mario Tennis, like, it makes sense because it makes use of the depth perception. Um,
Mm.
but there's definitely stuff on the Virtual Boy where you're like, why is this here? Like this could have been on anything like Panic Bomber is the same way. It's just a Bomberman themed puzzle game that could have been on
Maybe,
anything.
maybe we should do a bracket fight of like the worst consoles of all time.
Okay, but would we rank them for being better or for being worse?
Worse, I guess.
So it's a fight to the bottom then.
It's a fight to the king of the shit.
Oh man.
That would be funny.
Oh man. With
All right,
that,
ladies and gentlemen.
like the thing is, I think we could already like declare what that would be. It's probably the fucking hyper scan.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's terrible. It was this
What about the
Metalsys.
N gauge?
Dude,
N gauge
no,
would be up there.
no, the N gauge is way better than the hyper scan.
What?
Yeah. Oh,
What is this
100%.
thing? Is this thing just like a piece of paper?
It's so fucking trash. So it was a Mattel system, and they were like, "We'll sell games, but also sell trading cards that have like the NFC chips in them.
Oh
So
shit!
you have to like, there's an X-Men fighting game on it, and in order to select a character, you have to swipe a character card.
Oh my
So you can
god!
only play as the characters for whom you own the cards for. So you have to buy the games and buy the cards. And also the games are garbage, and there's only 5 of them.
That worked, but it worked for a game, not an entire system.
Yeah, and that's the gimmick for the whole system. Every single
Yeah.
game had cards.
Yeah, because remember, like Amiibo succeeded, and so did Skylanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they were, you know. Well, Amiibo wasn't for a game, I suppose. It was for multiple games.
Yeah, but it also wasn't required. You didn't need
Yeah.
the Amiibos for anything. You needed the Hyperscan cards because that was how you used abilities or picked characters or whatever.
That's true. That's true. All right. So yeah, SNES clearly wins.
Yeah.
This generation.
The
No doubt
Genesis
about
got
it.
great games later on, like the Sonic games, the Streets of Rage games, you know.
Beyond Oasis.
Yeah.
Comic Zone, if you're into that game.
Comic Zone, yeah. Comic Zone's pretty good.
Yeah. There's also Golden Axe 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was the Bionic guy? Bionic Man or whatever?
I don't know.
That game? He was like a dude made up of green balls.
Oh, Vector Man.
Vector Man, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, there were two of those. Fantasy Star 4. It's also a great game. But none of those are launch titles. And that's what we're judging.
No, indeed.
So.
And no, there will not be a top 50 Genesis list.
No.
That's just, that'd be a short list.
Yeah.
That'd be a short list. Be like a top 7, maybe.
I think that's unkind.
For me, it might be a top 10, maybe. But yeah, I'm not a big Genesis fan.
I think you could get a top 20 Genesis games. You might have
personally?
You might have to find some new ones that you've never played before.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. SNES will always be the king.
Always be the king for me. It's definitely the winner here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's been our launch lineups in review, Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis. If you want to find me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
And I am at Ninjas on the same site.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server, where myself and so many others are talking about games, talking about wrestling, talking about world events. Although not so much of world events lately, because the world's just shit right now. And we're just kind of tired of talking about it. Yeah. So it's more about, we're talking about movies and, like, you know, Walmart. Some other stuff. But less on world events. But until next time, get back to gaming.
Bye.